Hey all, I'm Element.
And I'm Choco, and together we are
The DYAD in the Force.
Man, today I saw Secret Invasion trailer dropped, and I was excited to watch it, but we waited all day so we can share this experience with you. I'm just really excited because I love Nick Fury, and also I love the spin on the scrolls that the MCU has taken without just carte blanche. They're evil, and Captain Marvel, we actually got a much more humorous take about people who are essentially just they're just refugees, just trying to live somewhere and thrive.
My limited knowledge of those original stories, I thought the storyline with the Skrulls and Captain Marvel was really cool. Any chance that there is a story where the moral lines are ambiguous, where there is not like a clear bad guy, but rather it's just a set of circumstances that clash with each other, always makes for great storytelling.
That's actually where I'm leaning on this. And also, as always, feel free to skip to the marked time in order to jump directly into the reaction. The way that I've heard this kind of pitched, and haven't seen this trailer, so this might blow everything out of the water, but I can imagine that this is like a multi-generational thing where the first generation has been hiding. This next generation is tired of hiding and wants to take over, an inner struggle within the community, which I think would be really cool. But when this hit in the comics, we found out that certain people that we love, certain characters, certain dynamics of groups were all fake because the original characters were never there. We've never met Nick Fury.
Yeah, that's something that was really cool to kind of discover as more and more movies came out, and we could look back on all of the movies that we had seen before and see small little hints and Easter eggs of him not being Nick Fury. And I think the
toast.
Yeah, the diagonally cut, and it's just. I think what excites me the most about this start of the story is the implications of the X-Men. That's where my true allegiance lies when it comes to Marvel. As soon as they come in,
because I know your Logan proclivities, and of course, if Gambit showed up, then I would probably just lose everything.
So why don't we get into the trailer and just see what this is all about?
Yeah, we'll talk more after, but let's go.
Fury.
Since already?
You've been gone.
Since you've been gone.
Things have gotten much worse. How do you think I came back?
I'm back, bitches.
You're in no shape for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
I'm getting the feeling of
personal.
Like a splinter group.
Very few of us know about the wars fought in the shadows that have raged on this planet. Do you feel responsible?
I was happy to get Amelia Clark back.
Where are the Avengers?
This war is one I have to fight alone.
But we all know it's going to involve the Avengers eventually.
I'm the most wanted man on the planet.
You don't know what they have planned for you.
I thought that was Chris Evans.
The great Nick Fury.
What?
One last fight.
He's supposed to... He's supposed to fight this fight alone? Just judging from what looks like in the last moments of that trailer a symbiote or some guy that can do the thingy things with his arm.
I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Of course, back in the comics, the scrolls originally were like you would get, there's regular scrolls and then you would get a super scroll, which they could mimic the powers of the entire Fantastic Four. So all 4 of them simultaneously, and that's what you had to take down. So we're gonna see how far they go with it in this. It's gonna be really interesting. But the vibe is what I'm digging the most because I mean, my favorite MCU movie is still Winter Soldier because of the spy thriller, esque, espionage angle that we get on that. We actually get, quite a bit of that in like Black Panther as well. One of the reasons I really enjoyed that. But seeing that vibe in this, not knowing who to trust.
Just overall, the score of the trailer too was just giving me like the bubble guts.
Because I love it when Marvel can be serious, and I love it when it can be silly. Like I love Guardians of the Galaxy's out there doing its thing, but like when it's serious, it will full send that vibe, and I love it.
Who's Emilia Clarke playing?
I have no idea who she's playing, but I like seeing her and stuff all of the time.
Judging from the comments on the trailer so far, I mean, we've got some people on the same page as us. Very strong Winter Soldier vibes.
How exactly Nick Fury is going to fight hand to hand in all this, I don't know.
That's what that's the question I asked and fumbled on several times. I was hoping to see some kind of like hint to like mutants, but they ain't gonna give it to us that easily. But I do know that like they set up really well in this trailer the lack of Avengers. So where are they? And I was saying, well, he can't possibly fight without the Avengers, so won't they show up? Won't they eventually come to help? But maybe not.
Maybe not. And I feel like, I think it was already said that this is what leads into Armor Wars. Another upcoming, I think that was upgraded to a film nowadays. But I can imagine there's this invasion and all this stuff is going down, and they don't have Avengers, and now we're gonna need someone to take on this fight. And who are they going to get? They're going to try to go with AI. They're going to try to recreate Tony's tech. They're going to pull Justin Hammer out of prison to help run it. And that'll go bad.
Suit of armor around the world. I can't wait for the first time that like just any mutant comes out. Could you imagine Nick Fury's most dire need? Let's just throw one out there. This guy is stretching out his arms and he's about to whiplash. And then before it can throw Nick across the forest or whatever, optic blast freaking destroys the arm. Oh my god!
I want to see Nick Fury have like his own little security detail, and he goes to meet someone, and then he's meeting his contact, and then the first person in the security detail is like, this guy doesn't smell right. And they're like, what? And then all of a sudden, snicked. And then it turns out it was Wolverine. And I think that would be badass. Another thing that this is giving me vibes of is Original Sin, the comic line, in which we find out that Nick Fury is the man on the wall. Basically, while the Avengers have been doing their thing, someone who's out there in space, and that's Nick Fury in the MCU, who's actually been protecting the Earth from intergalactic threats this entire time. And for every world-ending event that the Avengers solve on Earth, there's been like 6 that have been stopped before they even get to Earth by the man on the wall. And I feel like we're going to get hints that is happening and that is in place.
With that said, Secret Invasion looks to be quite the thriller with some political intrigue, boxing with a bunch of, I guess, splinter Skrulls and some people in the government as well. And Emilia Clarke there to save her, Sarah Connor. No holds barred, crossed over universes. And she's like, yeah, that is Sarah Connor. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes, where we finally see the point at which the mutants enter the scene. Because I think besides the biggest takeaway from this trailer is knowing that they are specifically saying, where are the Avengers? Because some kind of heroic entry for something else, someone else. And I don't know if you agree, but
thing else. I'm sorry.
I mean, do you agree at least? Do you think if there is a heroic moment, it's for someone else other than the Avengers?
Yeah, I could definitely see that, but I also would want to know what you're referring to when you say Avengers. You know what I mean? Like, is Rhodey included in that? Is anyone that they fought around?
Well, no, I'm referring to like the Avengers as like a concept, right? Like Rhodey's there. Yeah. He was in the trailer saying like, you're the most wanted man in the world. And I'm pretty sure individually they'll be here and there doing, you know, their regular away from heroing like jobs. But I feel like with the question, where are the Avengers, it's implying that all of this stuff is happening and the team itself is nowhere to be found, like either together, united, or fighting this when we last saw them in Endgame. I'm hoping there's chances for other people to step up, and you know, every single name that we've put out there is equally as exciting as the last. But any final words, Choco?
All I can say is I can do this all day.
Well, with that, clench up, Legolas.